Hello everyone. I just posted a little video. I didn't really say much in it, just a little um, just concerning my life and um, these years and what my life has been about, really. Just a little bit. I was just rambling a little bit. um, I just want to say another word. I couldn't speak fully on many things, and I've said it many times. I've said it. I am now ready to speak, and I understand, but there's no way to, you can't just give this, all at once. Um, I see what's happening in certain things. That's a certain work. I am just one part of the work. And, there's just so much I'm ready to share now. Concerning even Anna and Lively and myself, there's a certain thing I see and I know that's being done. I wasn't supposed to. I always knew I wasn't supposed to write. I wasn't supposed to teach letters. It's my way, what's happening, and it's in each of us. But I'm saying, because there's a certain thing, you cannot see these things unless it is given to you. That's why with Anna, when I saw what she says in Lively, I have to do my part, and each out there, everyone's being prepared. This is a preparation. And but there is a connection, and I understand it, not fully, but I can only do my part. And it's who, many ways, there's a great work. It is a great preparation, a great work of salvation, and it is many things being prepared, fully seen today. And I haven't even, like I said, hardly looked at Lively and Anna's, and I know, and I think I received some correction when I made that video, because I've learned some things from, the miscommunication between me and Lively. It wasn't, it's just, there's just so much. But, the way, what's happening through what's happened in me and what I'm putting forth and how it's put forth through me is different than what's happening with what Lively's is doing. It's two different, it's the same work, but two different aspects, two different pieces, and see, the whole thing, through all it's being worked, is the true. It's everything's being separated and rightly gathered back together. And I understand, but it's not, these aren't easy to say, and it's not easy to say to those who are still, that do not understand. At first it was, I had to have the assurance, and because of what I wasn't assured of yet, didn't fully understand, I, in part could not speak, and then I knew what others would think. You're boasting in yourself. My boast is nothing to, now I understand. That's why I speak with boldness and assurity, but trying to watch my words, just so, because of what those who don't see, just because of their judgment, I hold back the testimony because of what those who don't understand, what they can't understand. The work is being done, and it will be fully accomplished. And I don't know what all's happening as the word's going out today, and those who you know, they're just, I know great works happening in many today. And, you know, there's so much I see that it's hard to share, but I'm going to, like I said, through all this endurance, through all my life falling apart and everything that's happened, I'm right inside. Everything else might be all, you know, messed up around me, but what's done in me is going to make me able to endure and to do all that I need to do, all that will be given to me to do. You know, and there's some, you know, there are just some who are still right in that spot, you know, even where I've been myself, you know, in total confusion. You know, still has those same things running through your mind, never able to, not even hasn't, not, you know, not able to even, you know, I don't know how to say it. Some things are just harder. Bound in fear and doubt and confusion and not knowing, having, you know, only they are just so filled of the world and what the work hasn't even begun in many, you know. And I you know that now that some of my videos is and will be for just those to help them come through the door, in a sense, maybe, to give them, you know, a lot. Most of my videos is to give faith, to help the faith, to make others able. That's why I'm not about teaching of the letter. I'm about helping the faith. Because you know, like I said, it's a great work, but showing the way, and the way is each has to approach, each has to, you know, to find these things. No man can give it to another. And that's, you know, that's the difference. There's two different things, like even just with me and Lively alone, there's two different things happening here. But, you know, my part is what I'm here to do, what is given for me to do is different than what's given to Lively to do. You know, but those who are true they will find, you know, through all that's being done, the truth comes together. It is just, there's no, these things will make sense. See, those who could perceive it, maybe there's some who are, you know, all that's putting out, all that's been having the work done in them, that you each have a way. You're connecting, you're getting through to, you know, Brother Phil, all the brethren I spoke with, you know, Tiff, all that has this work. They're doing their part, you know, as they are able. And it's a great work going on. It had to happen within. And then each who receive, it's going to continue. You know, the fullness will grow and grow. You know, I see many things that is not easy for me to speak because those who can't hear, you know, and I just, you know, I don't know if I said anything right there, but just those who are still looking, you're told, you know, you're told to look for the good, to behold the good. See, man preach and they teach and they say the words, but they do the very opposite. You're told to look for the good, behold what is good, right, beautiful, true, but you're looking to everything. Look what man looks to. Look what they're looking for. You do the exact opposite. How I was made to overcome and it was nothing of my own power. I looked for the good. I chose, and that's when I began it all opened up. There's just so many. Man is just twisted totally. And that is the salvation. And I know that we had to come through this. And I will, you know, I can't, you know, even some of my words I hold back because I know that maybe this one or this one, just like with me and Lively, had a misunderstanding. Even there, with two that have great understanding of things, to be able to, because one maybe didn't understand what the other was, you know, lack of communication or miscommunication. If we can even, where was I going with that? You know, if one hasn't perceived something another has, and that, you know, never jump to thinking that that you are, you know, that the other one's in the wrong. You know, I've learned, well, if just because when I know that someone has this work in them, what they're putting out, you cannot know it unless it's given to you to see these things. In a sense, you have to allow yourself, the Spirit, to work that you're able to see these things. But, you know, even where there's been times where Lively said something, you know, although I've not seen very much of her videos, but it's how, because this work was being done in me, work done in her, and now through us. But just because she would say something, it's like, well, I don't know how, you know, if I don't stress on those things, but I don't say, hey, that don't go along with this, because I know that I might not perceive something yet. I might not have an understanding yet. So I don't speak until I understand. You know, I don't, and if I hear where I don't see eye to eye in something, I wait till I understand. And then when I know that I have understood rightly, then I can say, hey, did you think of this? Or, you know, it's just a great work. And I won't hold back, you know. But then when you have so much, it's just so much that you can, and you're not able to give all at once. You can just, you know, there's a great work and there's a great need, you know, and the need is filled through those who are made able to do their part, you know, for what all the needs, you know. It is just, and you looking for the things that the carnal man looks for and seeks after. Those things was never of the promise and of the true. It was, you know, I'm just going to end it there because I'm starting to get off a little bit. This weekend, I really hope I'm able to, you know, so if I say something, you know, just, like I said, when there was scriptures, when something's given, if you don't understand something that goes along with it, if you haven't perceived this part, then you're still blind to the fullness of this understanding. You know, that's why when the carnal, it's because they want to come and agree. And it's the tares in them that rise up. It's that, you know, they'll come and agree with some things you spoke, but then because of what's in them, they rise up those tares, and they have not perceived, and they, you know, but through their own perception, they try to correct something, not realizing they're the one that needs the correction. They're the one that is holding on to something that is not true and right. And I'm just gonna go. I just, you know, I hope something made sense. I know I got a little off, but I hope to be here this weekend, and I really hope to be able to speak with some of you. And you know, just, I can't wiggle my nose like Samantha on Bewitched, or all that's been falling apart in my life, all that's been done in me, I'm now able to make things right, to do what I can, to be able to, you know, as I've been built up within, now it's time for me to do these things without. And I mean, there's just so much to come that you know, we have to be prepared for what will be. And I guess we had to be made to be first. So I'll be sharing many things, and just some things, you know, there's so many levels, there's so many places that, you know, and so much still being held on to in man. Just listen for the good, stop looking for the evil, stop listening, and, you know, these things are coming up from yourself. So, you know, it's stop judging, start being corrected, start discerning, you know, start letting, I don't know what I'm saying, just I'm getting off, so I'm going to stop right now. I love you all. Many blessings to you. Bye for now.